Every time I start this, it looks like it's really dark, but then it lightens up once it gets going. Anyway, I'm going to be doing some love readings, and I'm going to do a 5-card spread this time. And I haven't done this one before on a live, so I'm not sure how it's going to work out in this kind of scenario. Oh, my frog spit out his coin. Okay. All right. This looks at the past and the present and goes into the future. And there's also all kinds of other things in there. Hello. I'm okay. It's another 85-degree day here, so it's like it's really nasty hot. Oh, and I don't know. Can you guys see the link that I posted at the top of the chat window? A stray cat showed up at my house, and he was injured. Okay, good. He was injured, and he's got like a big gaping hole in his neck. And this is a cat who's been coming around since I first moved in here, like last April, but never would allow me to touch him. In fact, at first, he would just run away as soon as I saw him. Anyway, he slowly but surely, he got confident enough that he would just like go to the bottom of the stairs and wait, and I'd fill the bowls full of food. I mean, I don't have cats of my own, but I bought cat food, and I would fill the bowls and leave it out on the porch. Well, so I ended up, about 4 cats were coming around, and this one orange tabby was one of them. Hi, Juicy. So thank you, Thomas. I appreciate that, because I'm a nice person. But anyway, so I slowly but surely gained this cat's confidence, and he came. I didn't see him for a few days. I started worrying about him, because normally he'd be there every morning. I'd open the door and he'd be standing there looking up at me, meowing at me. So he just disappeared. And then he showed up, really a mess, ripped up, big, gaping holes in his neck and his ear, and looking really thin and weak. And so, okay, so a couple days I started, checking on him like several times a day, feeding him. And then finally I thought, because one day he spent the whole day on my porch. So I opened the door, I pulled the bowls inside, and he just came right in. And I closed the doors, and he stayed. And he kind of smells bad, and he let me wash him a little bit with a washcloth and just warm water. And so I hopefully that link that I put at the very top was for, I'm trying to work up the money to take him to the vet, because boy, it's not like the old days when you could get a cat fixed for $10. Besides which, he's got gaping wounds, which even the places that will do fixing and shots and stuff for a very low price won't touch wound care. So I'm trying to work up the cash to do that. I already spent like $87 of my own money to get, a cat box and a cat carrier, because I got to get him to the vet. I'm taking him to the vet tomorrow, but I still need a little bit more money in the coffers to cover his wound care. So if anybody feels generous, the link is up there at the very top, and it's Vet Care for Red. I've been calling him Red because he's an orange tabby, and he seems to like it just fine. And he has 3 times now curled up on my lap, and he even laid his head on my arm, which is really kind of gross because he's getting, but I didn't, pull away or anything. I just waited till he was done, and then washed my arm. Oh, anyway, I'm going to try to do this readings. So, good evening, hello, and thank you all for coming back. I'm surprised. I got a message a little while ago from Divine. She said, "Help me, Sue." And I didn't see her message for 20 minutes, and I answered, but she hasn't answered back yet. So I don't know what's going on with her. If anybody knows how to get a hold of her, let's see if we can get a hold of her. But anyway, I've got my cards here. I asked which one was the deck for today. This is the deck for today. It was kinder to me than the other one. So I'm going to try this, a 5-card spread, and I'm going to try doing all of the signs. So thank you all for listening to my tale of woe. If any of you are my Facebook friends, I've posted lots of pictures of Red so far. It's almost unbearable having him get up in my lap because I guess maybe that wound was abscessed, and so he kind of smells funny. He doesn't smell like rotting meat, but maybe just shy of it. Ugh. You know, I last year, I don't know how many of you know my story, but I was getting ready to move in with the love of my life, and which meant to another state, and he already had 2 cats. So I rehomed my 2-year-old kitties that were brother and sister. I called, one was Pepper and one was Jack, Pepper Jack. So, and it was heartbreaking because then he turned around and changed his mind, which left me all alone, not even with kitties. So I think this universe sent me this kitty to make me feel better, and I'm here to make him feel better. So this cat that ran away at the mere sight of me now comes up and sits in my lap when I'm in bed. So, okay, I'm going to start off with Gemini. I just do this randomly. I just made cards with all the different signs. And is Divine here? Oh, there she is. Hi. I tried to send a message to you, and I didn't hear back, so I just decided to come on and see if I could get a hold of you that way. But anyway, I'm doing 5-card readings, and we'll figure out what else we're going to do going forward. So this one is for Gemini. Now, the way I'm doing this, wow, every single one is upside down. I must be holding my deck upside down. So the first couple represent the past, the center one represents the present, and the last 2 represent the future. But there's also the inside, the outside, and the result, and nature of the problem, possible solutions. So we'll kind of figure this out as we go. Okay, so for Gemini in the past, I'm getting there was a lot of tension. There was a lot of little arguments and squabbles going on, and that's in the past. You've got the 5 of Wands in reverse. This is my old Italian deck that I love so much. It's the Mystical Tarot by Giuliano Costa. And I also have the Lovers in reverse. So that is telling me that at some point you were faced with a choice, and you chose not to go in the direction of love. And then you have the 6 of Swords in reverse. Now, in some cases, in fact, in this case, I'm feeling that this is current now. We're in the middle of this spread. So this is telling me that you've gone full circle now and you're headed back to where you were. And the 10 of Swords in reverse. So that tension from the past, that all the fighting and the choosing to walk away from love, you've come back. You're letting go of all the betrayal and all the heartache and all the pain is done, and it's falling away now. Now you've got the Temperance in reverse. So you still have some self-doubt going on. Now this is the future. This is going forward. In order for you to go forward effectively, not only do you have to have confidence, you also have to have some patience. It's going to happen. The future is going to unfold regardless of what you do. So that's yeah. So don't fret about it. Don't worry about how it's going to go one way or the other. And also, I want to use this deck for message from Spirit. This is the Universe Has Got Your Back deck. And this is the deck that I actually altered because it was just too darn big for my little hands. So, so I trimmed it. Anyhow, my outer experiences are a reflection of my internal condition. Okay, that's for you, Gemini. This is for September. This is I'm feeling it's a love read. So, okay, Gemini. Moving on, Leo. Okay. No, Leo hasn't been done, Whitney. I'm doing it right now. I just do them in random order. I have a stack of cards, and I mix them up and just do them that way. Okay. Okay, now. Okay. In the past, Leo, you had a new beginning that faltered. It was passionate, it was creative, and you felt like it was Nine of Cups dream come true. And it wasn't. It just didn't materialize. In fact, it just stopped. The communication ended, and everything went to nothing. You went from good luck and happiness to zilch. So you feel like you lost. This is the Ace of Swords in reverse, which is a good indicator that you didn't have all the information that you needed. And to go forward, that's what you need to have. But meanwhile, your future is full of joy, happiness, celebration with your friends. And I like that. I'm a Leo, and I feel more connected to my friends now than anything else. In fact, I kind of feel like I had an epiphany today, and I think that's way more important to me, family and friends, than any love interest that went for. Because, you know, that link that I put up there for donations for Red's vet care, I actually sent that directly to someone who will remain nameless. And maybe it's because it came from me, I don't know, but it was completely ignored, not even looked at. So, you know, and you can tell when somebody's online and when they're not. And yeah, completely ignored. Okay. So, this is the advice card or message from Spirit for Leo. When I lean on faith, the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. Okay. I like that. Okay, moving on now to Pisces. Thank you, Divine. I'll put timestamps when I'm done, and I'm gonna include that link again for Red, my sweet little stinky boy. He smells way better, and he's actually today I noticed cleaning himself up, which is a good sign. I mean that kind of says he's starting to feel better if he's actually, you know, cleaning himself like a cat is supposed to. Okay, Pisces. Past. Oof. Okay. Okay, Pisces felt like a winner in the past, maybe the distant past, but the past nonetheless. Conspicuous winner, being noticed, riding through town on a horse with everybody saying, yay. And then Three of coins in reverse. So there was a period of time where maybe it was because of this victory feeling that you had going on, you quit working with people. You weren't really, you kind of felt like you didn't need anybody maybe. So yeah, in fact, currently the Hermit. So you're being introspective now. You're taking time out, and you're soul searching. But in the future, it looks like this is the very near future. You've probably not been very realistic. The Seven of Cups in reverse really is an indicator that you're not being very realistic about what your options are going forward. It's like an illusion that you're kind of buying into. And I'm getting that there's a misalignment about to happen or in the future as far as love goes. And I think that this introspection that you're going through right now, you can probably keep this from happening to yourself if you figure this out now. You have to do the inner work in order to be able to be somebody's other half, if that's what you truly want. Okay. Your advice card is, hope is the conduit for miracles. So is this backwards? This is, as I'm holding this up, I see that it's showing backwards. So maybe I shouldn't even hold these up. No, this is Pisces. Okay, moving on now. Aries. So this should be for divine. Oh, divine, you show up in blue. That must be because I made you a moderator. So you can kick people out if you want. Okay, Aries, divine. Okay. What I've got for you is in your past, justice in reverse. So your past was very unfair to you. This is distant past, and I believe that is true. Oh, my sister just sent me a message. She's making lasagna. I guess I should message her. She, about 6:30, bring a container, take some home. Okay, let's see. What time is it, guys? 5:30? Let me just answer her, okay. This is a rare, last time she said she was going to make lasagna, I showed up at 4:30 to help her, or excuse me, no, it was like 4:45, and she was eating a hamburger. So I got to jump right on this. Okay. Okay. Okay, divine, where are we? We had the, we had in the past, a very unfair situation in your life, and in your more recent past, feeling like you were sort of fighting a battle. Five of Swords. This is a battle that it felt like nobody was winning. It was like a fight for fight's sake. No fun. And meanwhile, Nine of Wands in reverse. You have stayed the course. You have stood up. You have held your ground. And you're exhausted, and you're really ready to just put down your sword or your wand and let somebody carry you for a minute, you know? It's about time, and it's gonna happen. Six of Swords in the upright. So all this garbage that you've been through, all these rough waters, you're going out of that now. You're headed into smooth sailing. And the Queen of Swords, you've cut out the bull. This is for your future now. So is this one, the Six of Swords in the upright, and the Queen of Swords in the upright. So this is cutting out the bull, taking your throne, taking your power, and having an honest, mature relationship. That's what you got coming to you. I'm sorry, I was just reading Divine's comments about kicking people out. So it's really nice to have Divine in my corner because I'm just a softie, as evidenced by my stinky cat. So yeah, I let any old stinky cat in. So okay, let's see. Okay, we're done with Aries. We're moving on to Virgo. Okay. Yeah, I was supposed to be hearing from somebody today. Wanted to do a whole session, and actually was supposed to hear from him last night, and he didn't call till it was way too late for an old lady like me. I was already in bed. So, and besides, I had a cat on my lap, and at that moment, the cat took precedence. So, okay, Virgo. Virgo had a rebirth in the past. You learned how to become your authentic self and march to the beat of your own drum. Life felt very stable. Felt like you had a good foundation. This is your most recent past. But for some strange reason, you felt like you lost. You felt unsure of yourself. This is now current. This is right now. You don't feel like you won, whatever this was. In fact, going forward a little ways, Hanged Man in reverse. You feel kind of stuck, or are going to be feeling this way, unsure. And feel like you really can't go in one direction or the other, but you're finally in a position where you can get yourself unstuck. So, and going forward in the future, you've got the Knight of Wands coming in, and this is like, this is a shooting star back here and a rainbow. Look at my nasty, I slammed my finger in a window. I don't know if I'm going to lose that nail or not. We'll see. But this is passion, speed, creativity. This is coming in. And if nothing else, this is going to be a grand adventure. Okay. And Virgo, for advice, the universe has got your back for Virgo. When I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. That's nice. So yeah, focus on your inner light. Don't focus on any of that external stuff. That's a good lesson for anyone. Okay, now, Taurus. Taurus, standing your ground. Okay. Taurus, in your past, long ago, you felt the need to defend your position. You felt like you had to take the high ground and fend off all these people that had opinions about what you should do and what you should think. And you just weren't having it. You just said, hey, no, I got the high ground. But you also, now, funny, this card means stuck in the past. This is the Six of Cups in reverse. So, and this is in your past. The way that these cards are laid out, the first two represent your past. The first one being your most distant past, this being your most recent past. So you've been kind of stuck in your head in the past, unable to let go of something, unable to move forward, which has sort of led you to a non-starter as far as a new beginning goes. This Ace of Pentacles should be a good thing for you. It should be the beginning of something new. But in the reverse, it's you're stuck right there. So you're not moving forward with that. And I've got here the Two of Cups in reverse. So in a relationship, at some point here in the near future, there's some sort of misalignment going to be occurring. Now, this could be I'm sorry, I'm trying to read Divine's messages. So yeah, and I don't get the impression this is the end of anything. I get the impression that this is just a period of time where you're not linked up properly. You're not synced up, I should say. There's some difficult times and disagreements. However, you have the Three of Pentacles in the upright. So this indicates teamwork. So I get the impression that working together, you're going to be able to work everything out and turn this Two of Cups back upright again. Okay. Wow, these keep jumping out. Okay, this one jumped out twice. I better take it. In the presence of love will always cast out fear. So, yeah, there you go. Work that out. Work together with that the other half of your couple, Taurus. Now, Scorpio. Okay. Okay, Scorpio. Wow, you got a lot of major arcana here. The first one being the Tower. This is in your past, a more remote past. This tells me that you had a huge event happen that turned your world upside down, blew up your house. But basically, this happened for a reason. This happened because the foundation that your house or your relationship was built on was not sound. This is telling me that this needed to end in order for you to build something better going forward. And in fact, I do have Justice in the upright. So there was either a legal situation where you prevailed, or there was a situation where it turned out fair for you. Now, currently, I have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So you are experiencing a period of time now where there's a lot of coldness around you. There's a lot of blunt honesty, not the kind that makes you feel good, the kind that makes you feel bad. You know, it's current, it's mature, but it's maybe too honest, blunt. Going forward, Six of Swords in reverse. So that tells me that the rough waters that you've gone through are sort of persisting for a while. I don't get the impression in this case that this is a turnaround and coming back to anything, because this is a progression. In fact, but the last card you have here is the Devil in reverse. And that's the way to have the devil, let me tell you, because that means that you have taken your power back, or that you are going to be taking your power back. This is your future card. This is more recent future. This is things persisting for a while that are not easy for you to go through, but that you will weather the storm, and in the end, you're unstuck, you're unbound, and you take your power back. And whatever problems that you had in the past, like if you had an addiction issue or codependence or anything like that, you've put an end to that, or you will put an end to that in the future going forward. Okay, now for Scorpios, advice card. Okay. My happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. I like that. Have faith in the universe. Sometimes you just have to leave it to the universe to handle it. Okay, Scorpio. Moving on to Capricorn. I had a green shirt on, but I got something on it, so I had to change. And it's so darn hot, it's really hard to find something that's loose enough and light enough and cool enough. I can't stand it when it's 85 degrees in the Northwest. Okay. Okay, Five of Swords in the reverse for the past for Capricorn. So, or excuse me, it's not in the reverse, it's in the upright. So this tells me that you have felt like things were a struggle. There was a lot of tension. There was, it never felt like things went easy for you. Always like a bit of a battle. And in fact, the sun in reverse tells me that the happiness that you hoped for was sort of held back from you. But this is only a temporary situation. In reverse, it still means all the good things, but temporarily delayed. So currently, you're experiencing, a rebirth. And really kind of returning to your authentic self, being who you really are, which is an excellent thing. And going forward, the Empress. So you're about to enter into a phase of real creativity, real fertility. This could be fertile ideas. This could be physical fertility, as in like maybe getting pregnant. So, but I'm more getting creativity and ideas going forward for you, and a wish come true, far in the future, or more distant than the Empress. So, these creative ideas are going to lead to something pretty wonderful for you. So, Capricorn's advice card. Attack, pain, and fear, and judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. So, yeah. So anytime you feel like someone's putting you down or anything like that, they just don't feel good about themselves. So choose love no matter what. Okay. That was just the bottom of the deck, so... It's so strange. I went to map the where this vet place is, where I'm taking red tomorrow. And now I keep getting notifications for maps and driving directions, which I didn't subscribe to. So I'm going to have to figure out how to get rid of those because I don't want them. Besides, you know, it's really weird. This, you know, how normally you put in, you know, that you want directions to a certain place. By the way, I'm on Sagittarius now. So I put in the starting address and the ending address, and then it took me to another page that said, do you want to upload this application? No, I don't want to upload this application. So I don't know. Somehow they managed to slip something in on me there. Okay, Sagittarius. Oops, interesting. Something tells me I got to take that card too. It was a jumper. So, okay, Sagittarius, in your past, this is the Knight of Cups in reverse. So you had some scattered energy that really didn't lead anywhere good. It was not a caring, loving energy. It was, in fact, upside down and spilling out. And in reverse, the Knight of Cups is always scattered. But you also have the Strength card here. So you did weather this fairly well. It enabled you to get to this point, but with the Two of Coins in reverse, you feel a little bit out of balance, and not really managing things very well right now. But here comes the Knight of Pentacles to save the day. This is Mr. Slow but Steady, and you know, this is a good thing. This is someone who's meticulous about getting things done right. They take their time, but they do it right. That's always nice. And then you have the Eight of Cups. So it looks like going forward in your future, you have many different options to choose from. You just have to be careful what you choose. And you also maybe will need to do a little bit of soul searching going forward. Maybe that's what it's going to take to make a proper choice here with the Eight of Cups. So Sagittarius, advice card. I am the loving energy of the universe. Okay. Good on you. Okay, now, Cancer. Whoops. Throwing cards on the floor. Okay. Okay, in your distant past, I've got the Seven of Coins in the upright. So you really were planning for the future in the past. So you were taking your time, planting your seeds, tending your crops, waiting for your efforts to come to fruition. But you experienced a lot of worry. Eight of Swords in the upright. You sort of created these problems for yourself that maybe didn't even exist. They were all in your head. But that really kind of stopped you from getting where you wanted to go because you really couldn't go in any direction. You couldn't see which way to go. You were tied up and blindfolded. So as a result of that, I've got here the World in reverse. So you didn't get closure in a specific area of your life. I think you probably worried yourself right out of closure. Something didn't come full circle. Something was left incomplete. Now, going forward, I have the Death card in reverse. So this is telling me that you have a real resistance to change going forward. You need to go through a transformation, and you're not allowing it to happen. You're basically like a caterpillar refusing to go into its cocoon. But you will have help coming to you in the future in the form of the Page of Wands. So someone with a lot of energy and youth and passion and creative ideas will be entering your life. And that will probably kick you off and get you moving again. Get you to transform yourself into that butterfly that you're meant to be. And let me pull an advice card. Okay. When I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. That's good. Far too many people are trying to push the universe around. Well, it just doesn't work that way. Just let it happen. Okay, now for Aquarius. Interesting. The card right in the center of the reading, which is the current card, is the Aquarius card, which is the star. But okay, in the past, for Aquarius, you had an offer of love. This is the Page of Cups, and in this case, he's not offering a fish; he's offering a seahorse, which I find much nicer than being offered a fish in a cup. I don't know about you. But. So then, going forward, this is in your past, but more recent past, the Emperor. So this to me represents a more authoritative energy. This could represent a person in your life, a father figure, perhaps a boss, or maybe someone that just acts that way. So, and I don't, it's got to be a completely different person, because this is an immature energy. This is a very mature energy, almost a stuck in the mud energy. But you have the star, which is hope, healing, and it's you being in your element, Aquarius, and it is the age of Aquarius now. And in fact, going forward, the Two of Coins in the upright tells me that although maybe things are a bit of a juggling act right now, you're managing. You're doing all right. You're balanced, and you're managing. Oh, how nice. You lucky Aquarius. You have the Ace of Cups in the upright. So in your future, you've got love coming your way, a new beginning, a soulmate perhaps. This is the beginning of love. So, advice for Aquarius. key is to forget what I think I need. Yeah. Let the universe take care of that for you. Okay. Okay, so that was Aquarius. Now, moving on to Libra. Am I really done? It doesn't feel like I did all 12. Okay, could be. Yes, I did Leo. Thank you, Divine. Yes, we needed to figure out how we're going to do all that, but sounds good. Okay, Libra. Okay, something's wrong here. I shuffled and I cut the cards, and I was pulling the same cards as I had in the last reading, but upside down. Okay. Okay. Okay, for Libra, in your distant past, Two of Swords in the upright. So you had a decision to make at some time in your past that was very difficult for you. You didn't even want to look at, in fact. You had a real hard time making this decision, which may have led to this total misalignment with the Two of Cups. Things not being lined up with your soulmate. This is more recent past. But currently, the moon. Things are not really what they seem. So you may feel as if it's ended or is over, or you're done with this person, but I'm not getting that that's what that means at all. In fact, this is one of the more interesting cards in this deck to me, because if you can see the faces in the moon here, they appear to be two faces. One looks like it's looking towards you, and one is in profile. But the reflection is two people kissing. So my impression in this case, Libra, is that you think you've ruined this relationship that you had, but you haven't. It just doesn't feel right now. But it's not what it seems. Going forward, you're going to have the full measure. Oh my. I didn't even look at these cards before. Full measure of passion in the nth degree, the King of Wands. This is power. This is leadership. This is passion and creativity. This is what's headed your way shortly. And further in the future, this is the Queen of Cups. So you go from passion to love. So, Libra, wow. I think that's probably the best reading in the bunch. So, let me pull an advice card and see what I come up with here. Okay. I am unapologetic about what I desire and trust that what I focus on will grow. That is good advice. Now, guys, it looks like I've got about 20 minutes to get over to my sister's house with a container so I can get some of that lasagna. I hope she's not eating a hamburger when I get there. But thank you all for joining me for this love read. And I'll be back sooner than later because, but tomorrow I've got to take Red to the vet, and I don't know if they're going to want me to stick around all day or what. I don't know if they're going to release him tomorrow, the same day that they fix him, or if it'll be the next day. So I'll have to find that out tomorrow. But I'll let you know, and I will be back. And thank you again. Bye-bye.